Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for bearing with us. We are back, and unfortunately, obviously we had this delay. You know, it's technical issues. It's software basically crashing. I believe my PC's USB drivers must be on the way out because they decided they weren't going to work anymore. But thankfully, we are here. We are ready to get this game underway. The teams have been very patient in waiting. They are true champs, and now we get to decide who between Team Queso and XL will be getting that third place here in the VGL Blitz Summer Tournament and walking away with that prize associated as well. 6,900 ice for the each player of the winning team. Here's the draft, unloaded, unlocked. It is going to be Fortress, Arden, and Vox coming out for Team Queso, Koshka, Gwen, and Lance for XL here. And I can take a breather and throw it over to Tasty Bacon and Envision to save me from the darkness that is inside me.
I don't know if I can save you from that one, Dow's. That's a pretty monumental task. But we are going to be getting on to the fold at some point soon when my game loads in. There we go. On to the fold for game number 1 of this third place match. And Envision, these compositions looking a little bit interesting with the Fortress and the Koshka. Cortez going to be running that Koshka that he likes so much right off the bat.
Yep, they've played this composition a lot. Okay. Apparently we have a surrender already happening, so that's an interesting turn out there. But I was going to say XL has played this compositions multiple times, so they would be really comfortable on that composition.
All right, and Dowsy.
Yes.
Hope the darkness has left your body because we are going right back to you. After,
yes. Let's see. The reason for the restart apparently is that Nomad misclicked his talent and wants to reset. So, you know what? We are just going to allow it because we have delayed these players for so long, and we'll just get them to pick the same heroes and allow them to reset it. You know, this is meant to be a fun tournament, and unfortunately, having a
I got really excited at the prospect of the what's called it was Nomad that picked the wrong talent, right?
Yeah,
that's what they said. Yeah, I was actually really excited at the prospect of the Lance rollout talent being used. I've never seen anyone use that talent, and I think it's a lot of fun. It adds 2 extra range to the combat roll and makes combat roll do damage. It makes your ultimate do damage on Lance. Why would you not want to run that?
Well, clearly Nomad didn't want to, and very specifically just forced us to allow him not to use it either. So never mind that Tasty Bacon. Unfortunately, we won't be able to see it. He is going to pick a different talent instead, and I'm going to leave you guys to it. It is our third place decider. Winner of this walks away with 6,900 ice each.
Yep, as I was saying before, the team of XL has run their composition multiple times before. They've had a lot of success with it. They haven't dropped the game with Koshka, Lance, Gwen right now, and they've always picked it first. So interested to see if that 100% win ratio is still gonna stay strong here in this first game of best of 3. On the other side, however, pretty impactful heroes as well. Arden, PRZ has been playing really good Arden there. And Vox by Mr. K. Cool is really good as well there. So, as we see a little bit earlier, Gratian Cortez is going to jump onto Mr. K. Cool. The reflex block's going to be a little late there, but Mr. K. Cool is going to survive for now. Cortez is going to give chasing. Mr. K. Cool is running and doing best he can to survive there. Koshka is once again going to go in. Cortez is going to back off. Meanwhile, Gwen is being chased in the back line. Ghost is gonna chase him out as Arden picks up the kill as Crystal Center comes in and cleans that one up. Cortez turning around and initiating onto Fortress, who takes a little bit of damage. Mr. K. Cool has backed off already, and really early on we see Team Queso taking a 1-point lead.
And they're not done just yet. This is going to be the side of Queso chasing Nomad Vagabond down, getting a lot of damage onto this Lance. Going to be not quite finding a kill. Will that last shot do it? Yes, it will. They find another killer. Roniak, now the next target. The Crystal Sentry has a minion candy on it, but they're just melting away.
Wow.
Yummy Catnip Frenzy doesn't even get to go through as they find the kill onto Cortez. And now Queso are just going to take this Crystal Sentry out as well. A big 7-0 start for the side of Queso. And one thing I want to point out that I really didn't get to touch on the talents being used. Mr. Keiko with the sound barrier talent. His basic attacks will grant him a barrier equal to 24% of his health. And that makes him extremely durable. And one of the main reasons why he was able to survive that initial fight. But I don't know if he's going to survive this one. Yummy Catnip Frenzy, a massive stun chain. Yummy Catnip Frenzy, Impale, and Aces High all connecting onto Mr. K-Cool. Dark Ghost going to be the next target as he goes down as well. And with these minions crashing into the turret, PRZ is going to deal with them. But it looks like the side of Synergy want to go ahead and, or sorry, not Synergy, that is Excel. Go ahead and take out the middle sentry as well for an extra 3 points.
Yep, closing the gap down onto 2 points. Really, 2 kills is going to do it for them. If they manage to find Mr. Keiko once again, is going to mean that this game is going to be back onto a equal ground there. So not a lot of difference between these teams, as Ironic is going to get initiated on the gauntlet. It's going to come through reflex block as Gwen is able to get away. Fortress is going to give chase under the 13. Pale is going to land onto Fortress, but Gwen is not going to survive. Fortress picks up the kill. PRZ is tanking the turret for and now as Yummy Catnip Frenzy is going to come through onto Mr. Keiko. The attack slow as well. Cortez doing all he can to try to do the damage here, but he's not going to be so lucky. He's going to fall. 3 members have fallen for Team XL there, as Team Queso looking to maybe push this turret down as well. And they take the turret down, meaning they're going to be 13 to 6 points.
All right, 13-6, just 2 points away from taking this first game and putting a stop to this composition from XL. They're going to be finding one big quick kill. Can they turn and take down Cortez as well? He's going to get the Yummy Catnip Frenzy off. He's going down very low, but they found Mr. K-Cool. It's going to be up to Dark Ghost. Dark Ghost and PRZ will take that kill and secure the Game 1 victory for Queso.
Yeah, Queso really executing there perfectly in the end, getting those 2 kills to finish off the game. And as we saw, Team XL had 100% win ratio, but now tumbling down with that composition they played so often there. So really interested to see how they respond to what Queso did this game in the second game.
Yeah, no, very good stuff from Team Queso to be able to take that away and keep their dominance, you could say, against the XL roster. Also taking down that 100% win rate composition like you mentioned. Pretty fabulous stuff. Now, as we get back into the draft lobby, so that we can get this game underway as quickly as possible. Some of these players, you know, a little bit plagued by the technical difficulties, have things they need to do tonight. So clearly wanting to do that as quickly as possible. Just waiting on Mr. Tasty Bacon to join us here so that we can do so.
I'm here.
You're here now. That's okay. We've got you here. I believe you. And of course, for those who are just joining us, the rule set for this tournament is simple. It's a best of 3 series for the majority of the games. The only game that is best of 5 is our finals, and we have one rule and one rule only. You cannot pick the same hero twice during a series, which means these guys are forced to play entirely new heroes coming in here.
Team Queso instantly locking in their composition, while XL is really taking their time thinking about it. First game they did drop, so they have to think what they're good at to try to bring the second game victory to their hands. Lance, Idris, and Samuel is going to be the composition for Queso here. Really strong and really heavy on lockdown there with the Oblivion as well as Impale as Vox. And Glaive are both locked in on the other side. It brings a lot of team fight to Team of XL.
It's going to be just a couple more seconds to decide what Aroniak wants to play here. Hovering a Grace, going to lock it in as well. A lot of dive potential, and considering that Aroniak is laner, perhaps we're going to see a weapon power Grace on the fold. Should be a lot of fun if that is to be the case. going to be jumping into this match. Of course, Glaive, Vox, Grace for XL, Lance, Idris, and Samuel for the side of Team Queso. Queso can win this matchup here, then they walk away 3rd place in the first ever Summer Blitz tournament.
All right, so it comes to this. Queso 1 win away from locking in that 3rd place finish. Take a quick look at some of the talents coming out. Looks like we are going to be having the Stunning Blood Song for Nomad Vagabond, Seal of Retribution, bonus crystal damage, and bonus crystal power for the Grace, and then the Echo Chamber, extra resonance bounces, which means it's going to be a Crystal Vox. On the other side, Reinforced Walls, Path of the Seeker, and Unwaking Nightmare. We saw how strong Unwaking Nightmare talent on Samuel can be earlier in the day. We'll see if Dark Ghost can make it work here again.
Yep, for sure. It was really impactful there. Nomad is going to go in. PRZ is going to be stunned. Combat roll out of there and gets away to safety for now. Now Nomad is falling lower and lower. Needs to be careful. Impale's going to land. And the ultimate from Sam is not quite going to hit there. I believe it hit onto Aroniax actually there, as a Vox is going to fall now. And the turret push coming from a Team Queso right off the bat should have this one for free, as the members of XL are forced to back.
Nomad Vagabond doing what he can, popping that minion candy to try and make those minions a little bit stronger, but it's just simply not going to be enough. In Queso, they only get 1 kill off of it, but they get a turret, and that's going to give them a nice little 4-point lead coming into the 2nd game of the series. Dark Ghost getting himself that infusion ready. It's one of the beautiful things about Blitz. You just wait for that 2.5-minute mark, pop yourself an infusion, and you never have to worry about infusions the rest of the match. And so that's going to be the members of Queso now looking to push up once again. However, where's the side of Excel? They're going down to the shop. They're picking up a couple of items from themselves. Fountain of Renewal for Aroniac. They're going to be getting in onto Nomad Vagabond. Nice stun onto Cortez as well. Big sleep comes through. The Divine Intervention will keep Cortez alive for now. A 2nd comes out, but Nomad Vagabond is going to be going down. PRZ falls as well. Mr. K-Cool is going to be the last man standing. He gets dropped. It's an ace for the side of Excel. But with Cortez and Aroniac, they don't have a ton of damage to work on this turret.
Yeah, they're trying to do all they can. Nomad, unfortunately, did fall to, I believe, Crystal Sentry there at the bare end of that fight. So really unfortunate there, but looks like they're going to be forced to back, guys. The turret's going to fall so low. It's so close to falling here, as Afterburn is going to come in. The Stunning Blood Song is going to mean that, oh my god, the damage coming through onto Samuel is absolutely insane. Mr. K-Cool is in a lot of trouble here. He's going to use the Shimmer Strike and not get away, at least for now. Mr. K-Cool still staying alive here, as now he's going to be cleaned up by Nomad. There's taking 2 kills for only 1 death there. PRZ right now, he's going to be pushed back, as well as the Stunning Blood Song once again causing all sorts of trouble trying to get away. Impale's going to come through, and Drifting Dark Malice and Verdict is going to come through. Ironiac's falling lower and lower, but he's staying alive. The fountain was popped, so he's going to stay alive, as Cortez does rejoin the fight after that, as Oblivion does miss here.
Yeah, Aroniac gets that Divine Intervention off onto Nomad Vagabond just to top him up, make sure they can stay safe. But with these recalls coming through, this could be a chance for Queso to maybe take one of these objectives. Doesn't look like they're going to be chancing it, though. And so 5-6 remains the scoreline. Queso with this 1-point lead. As we get a little bit deeper into this one, there's going to be Nomad Vagabond was checking on this sentry. That would have been a risky play if Queso were working on it. Pale does connect onto Cortez. Early Divine Intervention used. That's going to be big. There's no Echo comes through, and 2nd Divine Intervention used again. And it's going to be the kill going to the side of Excel. They take down Mr. K-Cool. Now PRZ and Darko is going to try and defend this turret, but it's going down 9-6. All of a sudden, Excel has the lead. Dark Ghost trying to find this damage onto Nomad Vagabond while Cortez works on PRZ. That's going to be very close to both going down, but the big Divine Intervention comes through again. Nomad Vagabond getting healed up. Mr. K-Cool has rejoined the fight, though, and is looking to find something here. Dark Ghost is so low, but he's just hanging on. Nomad Vagabond will be the target, will get taken down. 2-point lead for Excel, though, with less than a minute remaining.
Yeah, absolutely. Beautiful there. Samuel really doing all the work there, surviving for so long. Opted to go for the enemy side there instead of running to his own tower. Really mindful play there, not running into the enemies. And with the Drifting Dark and Malice and Verdict's able to slow and kite the enemies to the full extent there. As Cortez did take a lot of damage from Mr. Keiko. Mr. Keiko is focusing on the turret. Cortez is going to be in the front line. Dark Coast is going to use an ultimate. It's going to whiff. And now with 10 seconds remaining, Cortez is going to be in the front line. Team Queso needs to find something. 2 points here. Mr. Keiko is going to fall low. He's going to fall down. 3-point lead for Team XL as they take game 2. And we're going to go on to game 3 here as Team XL cleaning this one up.
3 for 3 on game 3s now. Envision, these games have been absolutely intense. These teams clearly do not want to be giving away victories. They want to be fighting for that top finish that they can get. Unfortunately for these two teams, third is the top finish that they can place, but neither side is willing to give that up easily.
No, not at all. Everyone super intensely looking to take home a win for themselves, and it is going to be a game 3 coming through as well. As you mentioned, 3 game 3s in a row. Intense stuff coming through for these teams. We are moving on to game 3. These guys will have to pick up a new set of heroes for this one here if they want to play. They have to. It's the rules. And so it would be very interesting to see. Ooh, the Rona coming through for Cortez and Aroniac on that crew once more. It was a pretty good composition for XL. Had a bit of success for them. I believe it was the composition that won them a game against Salty Potatoes, if I remember correctly. And with that flicker as well, let's see how they can play it.
Yep, it absolutely was. The composition as well as the smite heal coming through is probably going to happen once again. Was really impactful there with the triple melee composition. Is really impactful. The heal coming through onto all 3 members of your team as we have Team Queso locking in Catherine, Sky, and Kestrel here. So really interesting composition on the other side to counter that triple melee composition.
Of course, this is blind pick, so the teams don't actually have any clue as to what their opponents have picked. It is all just gut instinct here. It's part of the fun of Blitz, is that you don't know what's going to happen until you do jump onto the Halcyon Fold, and we will be doing just that. So Tasty Bacon, game 3 for our 3rd place decider. Let's see who's going to take it home.
All right, only one of these two teams can take that 3rd place finish and walk away with a bit of ice. Their opponents will be going home empty-handed. Advancing guard, enhanced thrusters, and active reload for the side of Queso. On the side of XL, it's swarming light, along with the healing smite and the fast whirlwind. This is the composition that we saw do wonders for them earlier on, as it has just the healing smite is so effective at keeping a team alive, and with that fast whirlwind, it allows Cortez to just stick onto opponents even while using the red mist. There's going to be that early ultimate. They're getting themselves right onto the side of Queso. Mr. Keiko jumping out immediately. Very quick reflexes. Big stun connects, though, onto PRZ. That keeps him completely out of the fight and allows XL to just go diving onto the back lines uninhibited. Now they're looking for PRZ. He's going to be going down low. Cortez not quite able to secure that kill. So it's just going to be the one for now. Although Mr. K-Cool doesn't want to let them go without a fight. Is XL going to look to maybe get some work done on this turret? But they're going to have to be careful that they don't stick around too long.
Yeah, they definitely have to be careful here as Cortez is the only member right now at the front line. As Fort Virage is going to come through, only land a little bit of damage onto Cortez while Aroniac is waiting on the sidelines here. I just want to point out that PRZ did go a contraption really early on here up against that flicker to stop the stealth that has been really problematic for some teams here. So really mindful play there to stop the flicker from roaming free as XL right now is looking to push this turret. Yep, they're going to get it down right now as Flicker is already onto Kestrel. Kestrel needs to be careful. One more auto attack. Doesn't get it. The stun coming through from Catherine is going to mean that Kestrel's going to be safe for now. The silence as well. One shot, one kill. It's going to land. But the heal as well from Kroll coming through with the healing smite there is gonna heal his teammates up. Mr. K Cool trying to run away. Oh my god, the damage from forward brush is gonna clean up Rona there. Nomad is in a lot of trouble. Ironic is gonna give chase to Mr. K Cool. He's gonna fall lower and lower. He's gonna go down. Flicker's gonna be spotted out by a flare as well as a trap, and he should be safe for now as Team Excel taking a 2-point lead.
And this is, again, just some of the strengths of this composition that Excel pick up when they have these three heroes together with these specific talents. They're able to just stay so long in fights. They're able to just weather these storms and deal with a lot of damage. See, Flicker, Nomad Vagabond, going to be buying a lot of vision just because they want to make sure that they can get these stealth plays off. And Queso, they're going to be not having any of that, buying a lot of vision for themselves as well. This is probably the most vision I've ever seen purchased in a Blitz game. It's not very common. There's going to be the ultimate use. They get themselves on in. And looks like they want to get onto Dark Ghost on this Kestrel. See if they can take him down immediately. He's going to go low. He's going to fall. Cortez finding that kill. 5-2 now. Nomad Vagabond getting dropped very low. Where's going to be the next target? Cortez. Slumbering Husk gets popped. He's going to be so low. Is he going to fall, though? One more Surrey Strike forward barrage combo will take him down. And now Nomad Vagabond getting sniped by a one-shot. Goes down to 4-5. Is Queso still trailing by 1. Mr. K-Cool can easily take this turret down and put them suddenly in the lead by 2. As we are approaching the final minute of play in this third game of the best of 3. Cortez not quite going to catch PRZ on that recall. And now all of a sudden the onus is on Excel to have to make something happen.
They definitely do. The lead is changing hands right now, but they're doing the middle sentry right now. Team Queso has to be careful that they don't let this one go for free. PRZ is going to move forward. He's going to find Nomad here as a Crystal Sentry is about half HP. PRZ is going to move in. Death from above and Zero Strike in. The forward brush. It's going to get stunned by Cruel there, but the heal is going to heal up the side of XL once more. Catherine's going to be singled out there. He's going to be focused. The Storm Guard is keeping him alive. Not for long. They need to get Mr. K-Cool, however, because he's dealing a lot of damage right now. And now Team Queso is trailing by 2 as we're closing in on the last 30 seconds of this game. Team Queso need to find 2 points.
And 20 seconds remaining now for the side of Queso to try and get those points back. Big plays from Excel. They're going to be finding members, though. 10 seconds left. They're trying to get the sentry down. Lots of damage coming through. Do they have enough to get the sentry? They're looking for the kills. Instead, no, now they're back onto the sentry. But time is up just before the sentry falls. If they had gotten that sentry, it would have been Queso able to pick up the win. But instead, Excel will be your third place finishers in the VGL Blitz tournament.
That was insane. Crazy. Absolutely insane. That's exactly what it was in Vision. Absolutely insane to think that we came down to a split second of a sentry falling. Amazing to just see these guys playing so well. These guys have just really brought the action here. Congratulations to Excel for claiming third place here, and also taking home the 6,900 ice each. Cortez, you can run off to your football now, and getting that one off. But yeah, no, it is going to be a pretty excellent time here. GG, well played. It is time for our grand finals. A best of 5 series between Team Synergy and Salty Potatoes. A lot of fun to be had here. I cannot wait to get into this. So stick around, guys. In just a little bit, we'll be jumping into the action for this grand final of Team Synergy versus Salty Potatoes. It's time, ladies and gentlemen, to find out which one of our two teams here in the Grand Finals will be taking home that title of VGL Summer Champions. It's Team Synergy, the Baby Groots, with It's Too Late For You, up against Salty Potatoes, Sneaky, Classed, and the Joker. It's going to be an exciting one. Thank you so much for you guys being here and bearing with some of our technical difficulties faced today. But now it is time for just straight up Vainglory Blitz action and to find out who will be taking home our grand prize of 3 iPads, the 9.7 iPad coming through here, as well as a huge chunk of ice as well. Pretty exciting stuff for sure. And these teams will be looking forward to it, especially the guys at Team Synergy. I know that they were pretty excited about the idea of winning this tournament. So, you know, if you're rooting for an underdog, then perhaps you are rooting for Team Synergy. Let's see if our stats page is working. No, it's not. There's something wrong with the Baby Groot's names, which means that we can't show you the stats, unfortunately. But instead, we can just show you the draft and get into this one straight away. So let's do that instead and finally get this best of 5 grand finals afoot here. Tasty Bacon and Vision, I hope you're excited.
Absolutely excited. This is going to be thrilling. Which of these two teams will be crowned the best Blitz competitors in all of Europe? That is what we're going to be answering. As already got the side of Salted Potatoes very quickly knowing exactly what composition they want to run.
Yeah, taking up really quickly those 3 heroes. They've run it before. They have lost with it 2 previous times. So can they break this curse, or will once again it fall through for them? That is the question here in this game.
I'm excited, gentlemen. It is going to be this Catherine Idris Tucker locked in for Team Synergy, and a Fortress Blackfeather and Adagio for the Salty Potatoes. Let's get game 1 of 5 underway. Onto the Halcyon Fold for this first game of our grand final.
All right, so here we go. Game number 1. It's a marathon, not a sprint here today in Vision, as you could potentially have to use almost half of the Vainglory roster in this series if it goes the distance. Take a quick look at the talents being used. Sneaky has that legendary Fortress talent. Going to be summoning lots of wolves. Protective Decoy, invulnerability for the Taco when he goes invisible. And then Advancing Guard and Path of the Seeker. No real surprises aside from the legendary Fortress talent.
Yep, no big surprise there, and for sure the 15 heroes are a lot to play here, and they let this game or later this final goes on. If it does go the whole way, then teams most likely are not gonna have their preset strategies in place, and it's gonna come down to more or less about who can execute some heroes better here. So we have a little bit of initiation in lane, which is not going to result into anything, as Salty Potatoes are going to initiate now with the Fortress Ultimate coming through. Baby Groot is falling lower, no, the Shimmer Strike coming to come through. He's going to jump under the tree, survive for now. Sneaky is going to go, however, onto him, and they're going to burst him down. Fortress is going to pick up the kill. Taka returning with the one as well. And we've seen game after game here, Salty Potatoes, they do love their early aggression here, as the game is going to be 1-for-1 here.
Yeah, very early on, being able to find that kill, tie things up, keep it even. Not going to be seeing Sneaky go for those plays down at the Crystal Sentry. He doesn't have anywhere near enough burst to be trying to make that that sneaky play that he loves to do. But instead, it's going to be a little bit more focused on the team fighting, trying to deal with the massive burst that can come out from an Idris Taka, especially with it being a CP Taka. There's going to be a lot of flat burst damage there for the side of Synergy. Attack of the Pack comes out. They're going to be looking for damage onto Baby Groot Part 2 as he's a little bit far forward. Can they actually find it? It's actually going to be the Joker is the first to go down. The Burst of Judgment comes through, gets blocked, and that's going to allow Synergy maybe try and re-engage and look for some more team fight here. But they have that 1-point lead. See if they can get anything more. Baby Groot Part 2 just kind of poking a little bit there. Not really going to be finding a lot of damage.
I'm just being a little bit of a nuisance there. Nothing too major out of that one. Baby Groot is going to be attacked by Sneaky. Sneaky going to use an ultimate. Baby Groot Part 2 is going to go in, as it's too late for you. Is in the front lines there, but Idris needs to be careful there, as Catherine does fall already. Baby Groot is going to be focused. Second double kill for Blackford. Will it be a triple? Yes, it will, as Salty Potatoes does take the lead. So once again, and they do clean up the sentry as well, meaning they're going to be 5 points in the lead here.
And that's a big swing for the side of Salty Potatoes, able to take that ace. Once Sneaky came back into this fight, they just had so much damage with the Attack of the Pack, able to provide a lot of burst when those stacks build up. Now it's going to be members of Team Synergy trying to answer. They need to find a way to get a few points here, and quickly, as we are just about 2 minutes away from the end of this one. Another Attack of the Pack coming out. They're getting right on to the members of Synergy. Baby Groot going down very low. He's going to be surviving for now as they take the kill onto the Joker. Burst of Judgment gets canceled out. A stun stopping Clash from being able to use that ultimate. And Baby Groot will be able to survive with Baby Groot Part 2 finding the kill onto Sneaky. This could be just what they needed. I don't think they're going to have enough time to try and take the sentry or anything of that sort, but it gets the lead back down to just 3. One objective away from tying this up, but there's only 1 minute left in this game.
Yep, as Salty Potatoes really usually push the early turret here in most of their games, and you look at the turret, it's still surviving for now, but it's so low that 1 push is all it takes for Salty Potatoes to clean that one up, and the 3 points coming through from that one are going to put them 6 points in the lead as of right now, if they do decide to clean this one up right now. As it seems like a little bit of action in the lane. Taka is going to go stealth, it's too late for he's going to get poked by a dodge's auto attack. As the side of Team Synergy are looking for aggression themselves. Catherine is going to go in with a stun. It's going to stun a wolf. Blackfeather is being focused. Taka's going to go in. Blackfeather needs to run, however. He's falling lower and lower. The on-point backwards is going to stop the aggression coming through. And the heals on the side of Synergy
need to make a move. There's only 15 seconds left. And they're still 3 points back. They're going for the sentry. If they can take this down without losing any members, we will go into a bit of overtime. Sentry's falling quick. Is it falling quick enough, though? They're going to defeat it. Tie game as time expires. Overtime, but now they're going to be low. They're looking for the fight. Though They get the kill onto Blackfeather. Team Synergy tying the game with about 2 seconds left, and then able to find the kill to get the victory in overtime. Ooh, what a way to start this best of 5 off here.
Literally coming down to the wire there with the sudden death activated there. Really mindful play there by Team Synergy, taking that Crystal Sentry and in the end getting the kill onto Blackfeather as well, means that they're going to be 1 point in the lead. And Salty Potatoes once again loses with the same lineup.
Can you believe it? Literally came down to the last millisecond to get that point on. The overtime instantly activated after that Crystal Sentry did fall. And it is just incredible to see that they could manage to come back at the last second like this. Pretty incredible stuff. It's game 2 now on the horizon here as we're going to be jumping straight back into our draft to kick things off. These guys clearly going to be wanting to get back in there, and I think for Salty Potatoes, they're going to be desperate to try and find a point on the board for them. Losing in game 1, perhaps you can bounce back from it, Tasty Bacon, since this is a best of 5, but in Blitz and your hero pool starting to be really stretched, definitely becomes a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, if the members of Synergy or Salty Potatoes are going to turn this around, we're going to be guaranteed at least 4 games. That's 12 different heroes. Sorry, nope, it's 12.
That's
I'm right. My math was correct the first time. Should have trusted the gut. But 12 heroes per team that need to be played, and up to 15 heroes could be played for each team this series. So we are going to be getting on to game number 2, though.
Yeah, it is going to be Catherine, Kestrel, and Baptiste here for Salty Potatoes. Sky, Glaive, and Arden on the side of Team Synergy. And as you jump onto the Halcyon Fold and Vision, it's going to be a tough match, I think, for both these teams. A win for Team Synergy puts them 1 away from taking the grand prize.
Yep, can Salty Potatoes take the win, equal the series out, and play at least till the game 4, or will Team Synergy take this one 2-0 right now and be on match point there? That is the question for sure, as Salty Potatoes has run this composition once today already, so interested to see how they do again.
Yeah, this is the composition where Sneaky tried to get into the enemy Crystal Sentry constantly and steal that away while his teammates kept the rest of the team at bay. They're going to be finding themselves a 2-on-3 fight here, though, as the Joker tries to rotate down. Doesn't matter. Sneaky already has that first kill. This Glimmer Shot perk, or talent, just doing so much damage with the weapon Kestrel build. He's not even going to rotate towards the Crystal Sentry. They're just going right up to the lane. They can make very similar plays if they can just keep the members of the Synergy at bay. Salty Potatoes can take this turret down in a hurry. That's going to be a gauntlet finding a stun. And now Baby Groot and Baby Groot Part 2 going to be looking to try and find a fight, but there's so much damage from Sneaky that he's already found a second kill. He's just going right onto the turret. He says, I don't even care about this team fight. I want the 3 points. He gets it. Now Baby Groot Part is going to be able to Surge Strike over the top and narrowly avoids going down. But this is Salty Potatoes taking a 4-point lead right off the bat in the game number 2.
This is exactly what Salty Potatoes has done in previous games, and exactly what is expected of them. The early aggression and the turret kill straight off the bat, really getting that map control there by killing this turret means that they're going to be that the side of Team Synergy is going to be on the back foot about how they rotate here, as Salty Potatoes is going to find the 3 members of Team Synergy. It's too late. He's taking a lot of damage. That from above is going to hit onto the Joker. The Joker falls down as Catherine's being focused. Now the Mortal Wounds is on him as well, as Catherine's going to fall right now. The chase is going to be down onto Sneaky. Sneaky's going to be able to get a return kill. The stun trap, will he get the Glaive? Not right now. The stun trap once again. Sneaky is going to be there, and the Glaive finally gets the kill. Team Salty Potatoes with a 2-point lead, as they do lose a pretty hefty team fight here.
Yeah, they lose the team fight. That's going to be some good points going the way of the side of Synergy, but they weren't able to take any of the big objectives to get that huge 3-point spike for themselves. And so it does remain an advantage in terms of the score for the side of Salty Potatoes. They keep this lead as they're setting up an ambush. They know that Synergy has to come up. Big silence coming through, and that's going to be a quick kill. The fearsome shade comes through again to just secure the second one. And then now with this turret going down 11-4, this is looking very much like it should be a Salty Potatoes victory. They're going to find it's too late for you in the jungle. Do they even want to try chasing him, or are they just going to turn on the Sentry? 14, 1 point away from victory now. Gauntlet's going to come down, and there was a Synergy need a huge turnaround here, but can they get on the Sneaky? They cannot, and it will be that final kill for Salty Potatoes, and that's going to tie this series up at 1 apiece.
Yep, this means that for sure we're gonna have 4 games here. This is exactly what is expected of Salty Potatoes. They played the objective game perfectly there, got the early kills, did the early aggression there. That's what they've been good at, and I believe that's what's gonna. Looking forward, that's what they're gonna want to do here in these series that's coming up.
It's going to be a excellent series indeed, gentlemen. A true series on our hands as both these teams now one apiece here. Going into Game 3, you have to think that this is where the familiarity, which is a word which won't come out of my mouth today, comes to an end for these teams. You know, they've been using same compositions throughout the Blitz tournament, testing things and working out what works, and they kind of have a plan up until Game 3. But how many of these teams have a plan after Game 3? Well, that's the question we have to find out, and realistically, the only 2 teams that have to answer that question are Team Synergy and Salty Potatoes here, because we will be going to that 4th game afterwards. Is this a page out of Excel's book here? Salty Potatoes locking in this composition that Excel ran to success. And it is going to be a composition with a weapon power, Kestrel, Samuel, and Lance for the side of Team Synergy, it seems.
Yeah, really interesting there. Picking up the Flicker, Kroll, and Rona is definitely going to be something that's going to come out of Team Synergy's book. They are running this to a relative good success here as we head into the Halcyon Fold. Once again, we're in Game 3 right now, and it's 1 apiece right now, so let's see which of these teams takes it and gets into the lead.
15 points wins.
And winner of this game will be just 1 win away from taking home first place. See, take a look at the talents. It is going to be not quite the same talents being used by the side of Salty Potatoes. As we see XL running no healing smite for the Joker, but it is that fast whirlwind on Sneaky. Power Siphon for Baby Groot Part 2, Reinforced Walls on It's Too Late, and Glimmer Volley. Going to be trying to match the Sneaky build for Baby Groot. See if his Kestrel can have the same level of effect as what Sneaky was able to do in these few games where we've seen Sneaky on his weapon Kestrel.
Yeah, for sure. The ultimate coming through from Sneaky is going to be really beneficial in trying to take down these objectives. As the Salty Potatoes are making an aggressive move. Oblivion is going to come through, but it's going to be reflex blocked. Samuel has fallen already. Baby Groot is doing all he can. The stun coming through from active camo into Glimmer shot. It's not going to be helping him as they take 2 kills right off the bat. It's too late for him. He's trying to do all he can, but needs to be careful as Crystal Sentinel gets split up. 5-point lead for Salty Potatoes here, straight off the bat.
Yeah, Class wanted to try and chase down onto It's Too Late for You, but knowing that the rest of the respawns were going to be coming through, they decided to just visit the shop instead and get themselves topped up on item purchases. 5-0 lead for Salty Potatoes here in game number 3. So 1-1 tied thus far in the series. We are guaranteed to see at least 1 more game after this one. These hero pools definitely going to get stretched. The composition, a lot of these teams have these pre-made compositions in mind. And as we get further into the series, those compositions are going to get pushed into the edge. Do they have 4 different compositions in mind, or is it just going to go into just playing something that they think might work going into these next couple games? But for now, this 5-0 lead, they're going to be comfortable with it. Big stun is going to connect. They get themselves on in. There's the red mist coming out. Sneaky is just going to start mowing through their opponents. They find a kill onto Samuel. It's Too Late for You, trying to lock them up so that Baby Groot can get the damage out, but Baby Groot just has not been able to dish out nearly enough damage. He's going to get the active camo trap down for a nice stun, and Clasp is going low. Can he escape? The sentry is getting targeted by the members of Salty Potatoes. They find another kill and make that 7. Are they going to get their 8th point? There it is. Can they just turn onto this Crystal Sentry? The Joker is working on it. That's going to give them another 3 points as they keep Baby Groot Part 2 at bay. And it's 11-0 now in favor of Salty Potatoes.
Yep, Salty Potatoes doing a really good job there with their early aggression once again coming through from them. Really impactful there. And yeah, as you were saying, these teams usually are prepared for 3 games here because best of 3s up until now, but really going into the 4th game, we're going to see how much of a difference these teams have prepared for. here in this final match here, as Keylance is gonna go a little bit aggressive. Baby Groot part 2 is gonna be slowed here, and he's gonna be focused down. He's not gonna fall just into Oblivion. Was pretty perfect there, stunning 2 members and taking them off the frame right now. Keylance is pretty low. Kestrel is dancing around that active camo stun trap there. Keylance is gonna run right past it. Baby Groot is doing all he can, but it's not gonna be enough. Crow is gonna come in and clean Kestrel up, as Salty Potatoes haven't yet lost the point here. They're doing such a good job at keeping the enemies at bay, and now they're focusing onto the turret. Should they get this, it's gonna be a game. Keylance being on the sideline, keeping Samuel busy here while his team is focusing onto the turret. The turret is gonna fall here. They don't drop any points here in the final. Salty Potatoes 15-0 win here up against Team Synergy.
That's going to give them a lot of momentum going into what could be the final game of this Blitz tournament. Salty Potatoes a 2-1 lead in the series. If they can take just one more win, they will be the champions of the VGL Blitz tournament.
They certainly will be. Tasty Bacon, and perhaps I've figured something out. I don't know what you guys think of this. You can weigh in your opinion. But if you haven't designed a composition for yourself heading into these later stages of the tournament, why not just steal one from one of your opponents that you felt kind of worked a little bit? You know, clearly.
Class even said, thanks Excel for this comp after the game finished.
Yeah, exactly. So clearly, a bit of respect shown to Excel after their series earlier today, and finding out that, you know, Rona, Cruel, and Flicker seemingly to be a pretty good composition when you have that whirlwind talent for the Rona. Jumping into Game 4 now, gentlemen. Yeah. It's a 2-1 victory currently to Salty Potatoes. One more win away, taking home perhaps the win here in the Summer Blitz tournament. Every series so far has been 2-1, by the way, and we're back at this stage again. But perhaps, perhaps this has to change, as this is a best of 5, and you can't realistically do that. All right, Sneaky, Class, and Joker are going to be playing their Soul Raid boss composition with the Lyra and the Finn once more. They have not lost with it in Vision. Grace, Baron, and Batiste here on the side of the fold for the Team Synergy lads. One win away, and Salty Potatoes might just be crowned Summer Blitz champions.
For sure, the 100% win ratio coming through from Salty Potatoes. Team Synergy has a mountain to climb in that sense, because they do have to win versus this composition that's been so successful for Salty Potatoes here before. But it seems like Salty Potatoes are just going to group up in the lane, as this game is going to go on the way.
Yeah, they want to just shove in onto this turret. You can see the minion candy being used. All about this move speed. The mobile bulwark keeping the members of Synergy at bay as they get a big force to cord in. The stun from the Quibble. Baby Groot is going to drop. Baby Groot part 2 trying to get the damage out with this Baron. Has the jump jets available. Is going to use them as he gets the Divine Intervention heal. Not quite going to be enough, and Baby Groot part 2 just chased down Sneaky with this movement speed on the Saw. Is just putting in work. He's going to get out from the turret range before he falls, and turret is going to go down. Salty Potatoes, they are done playing around. They are taking these last couple of games by storm, 6-0 to kick things off.
Yeah, absolutely insane amount of aggression, and the tower dive as well by Sneaky, absolutely perfectly timed there. Gets them the 3 kills in the straight off the bat there. So it's a turret here. So Team Synergy, as I said in the beginning here, they have a mountain to climb, because Team Salty Potatoes does know this composition so well and how it works and why it works. So they're utilizing it to a full effect here, as the stun is going to land onto Grace. Baron is doing all he can with auto attack. Baby Groot, the pull is going to come in. It's going to find it's too late for you, but the damage on the other side. Salty Sneaky is falling here. K-Last is going to be here ordained up. He's going to travel through the arcane passage, but it's going to get stunned up. K-Last needs to run away. He's not going to get away. Baptist with that bad mojo finds K-Last here. Spin is trying to do something here. Joker is going to stand on the sidelines while the team of Synergy are cleaning up this Crystal Center. Maybe Finn can steal this, maybe he can't. But Salty Potatoes are coming back with Force. Sneaky is going to be here now, as Team Synergy is going to clean that Middle sentry up, and it's gonna be only 1 point difference for now as Baby Groot is gonna get focused down. It's too late for you. He's gonna get stunned up, but the heal is gonna come through for Baron. So a 2-point lead for Salty Potatoes.
Great job by members of Synergy to get themselves back in this game, at least temporarily, but now Salty Potatoes are looking to take down Baby Groot. He's got nowhere to go, and the Crystal Sentry falls as well. That's going to be a lot of points going the way of Salty Potatoes. They're looking for more. Baby Groot Part 2, nowhere to go. Jump Jet's not available. He's not going to be able to get away from the suppressing fire, or is he? He just gets out. Fountain of Renewal coming through from It's Too Late For You will keep him alive, but now it is a 6-point deficit that the members of Synergy are looking up at. They do catch out Class with the stun. The Sigil goes down. They're jumping right on in. Big Fearsome Shade will be blocked for the most part, but now they can turn their attention onto the Joker. That's going to be another quick kill. If they can push up, they need to find objectives, though. They need those big points, the 3 points from any objective. Looks like they want to get it in the form of this Crystal Sentry, knowing that it can't be stolen. It's not going to be dishing out the same level of damage as a turret. Very smart call here from the members of Synergy, making this a 2-point game now.
Yep. The difference is so close, Team Synergy. With the first game, they did pull it up straight out of the finishing line there, as Kaelast is going to be feared away. But Saw is finding all sorts of kills here, and there's only 2 points to differentiate these two teams. It's too late for you. He's going to get focused on. Kaelast as well, Sneaky are there. Sneaky is falling lower and lower, but the 45 health from Finn is going to be more than enough. Crystal Sentry is going to fall here in just a second. Sneaky gets the kill as well. 17-9 as Salty Potatoes have claimed this finals. 3-1, taking it home.
Wow. What a game. What a series. Salty Potatoes able to pick up the victory. This Raid Boss Saw composition that they use has been so effective, and saving it for game point and being able to secure the victory. Excellent job here by Salty Potatoes.
Incredible stuff, guys. They will walk away with that grand prize of first place here in the VGL Summer Blitz season. Pretty impressive stuff from Salty Potatoes. Very dominant compositions coming out, of course, as well. And let me just show you exactly how today finished off. We have Salty Potatoes up there in first place, walking home with 3 iPads, 1 per player, and of course the 43,200 ice each. That is a ridiculous amount of ice. I'm not sure if that's per player. You'd think it would be, but I'm just copied it down as written out by our friend Blueberries. It is, of course, Team Synergy walking home with 14,400 ice each per player, and XL taking home third place gets 6,900 ice each. Team Queso, unfortunately, what they get is a position on this screen showing that they are in 4th place, unfortunately not getting a ridiculous amount of ice each. But yeah, no, it is going to be a fabulous win for Salty Potatoes. Some new Apple iPads 9.7, the 32 gig with Wi-Fi, and it's also 14,400 ice each, but when you add that up, it is 43,000. So, congratulations, it's been a blast as always. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us today for the finals of the Summer VGL Blitz tournament. I hope you guys had a great time. I certainly did. I know that Envision and Tasty Bacon also had a great time. And if they didn't, then I've just lied on their behalf. But you know, I'm sure it is pretty great for them as well. Congratulations to Salty Potatoes, and we'll leave you on that. Thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned here on the Vainglory League for more Challenger Series action in the autumn split, as well as perhaps maybe some more Blitz as well. Until then, we'll catch you guys later. Take care.
Won't you just retire? I'll let you burn